Vechain at the time of this recording is giving us a bit of a pullback to the downside after losing that bullish momentum to continue pushing higher to give us a break above the significant swing high above the 0.02722, which is that red horizontal line on the chart. And at the time of this recording, we slightly continue holding above this ascending trend line. And on today's update video, I will be discussing the case scenarios that can play out if by any chance we get a break to the downside, and also the case scenario that can easily unfold if we get a break above the significant swing high we made above the 0.2722. So make sure that you stick around till the end of the video. And before I start the video, I want to highlight the fundamental news that we have this week. And in 72 hours we expect the FOMC meeting, which is an event that is expected to bring about a lot of volatility, and the market is expecting that we are going to get a rate cut. So if we get a rate cut, the market is going to give us a massive bullish movement to the upper side in the next coming hours. But if by any chance we don't get a rate cut, there's a very high chance that we are going to get a massive nuke. And getting back to the charts, here on the Vechain chart, from the lows we made on the 7th of April, I have been observing a 5-wave structure to the upper side, where you can see that I have been terming that initial bounce as the formation of that first wave. Then we started a corrective structure over here in the formation of that second wave, though we overshot the minimum target areas for the second wave highlighted on the chart using that yellow target area. And at some point you can see that we saw a grab of liquidity on the lows we made on the 7th of April before we started another reversal over here. And in this reversal, I have been expecting that at some point we are going to get an impulsive movement in the formation of these wave 3, whose minimum target areas we can sketch out on the chart by just connecting the fib extension from the low of the first wave to the high of that first wave, then connecting the Fibonacci's to the lows we made in the formation of the second wave. And on so doing, the area that I am paying attention to lies on the fib level 1.618, and that lies above the 0.04484 as our next target area. Then from that point we can expect a short-term pullback in a wave 4 and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 to the upper side. And remember that since we at the moment we don't have that bullish momentum to continue pushing higher and give us a break above the significant swing high above the 0.02722, there's a very high chance that we are going to get a failure of these 1-2 setup. And the first indication that we are getting a failure of that 1-2 setup is a break to the downside of this ascending trend line. The moment we get a break to the lower side of this line over here, flipping it back into resistance, and maybe we even get a retest, then that will be a clear indication that the market is going to dump a little bit lower, maybe giving us a reset of the lows we made on the 22nd of June below the 0.0182. And if by any chance we continue holding above that significant low, there's a very high chance of a reversal, and a break above, that is a break to the lower side of that key area, that significant low. That will be the first indication that a more bearish case scenario is unfolding, and we can easily continue pushing lower, maybe to new bear market lows. But for now, I don't want to call for new bear market lows. All I'm saying is that we need to be a little bit patient, wait for the FOMC meeting so that we can get the next directional bias, and then from that point we can be able to pull the trigger on Vechain. And that is all that I expect on the short term and also on the long term, and let us be patient and see how that plays out, and I will ensure you stay up to date.